From the simply magically designed layout of Hogwarts Castle to the joy of zipping around the Scottish Highlands on your trustworthy broomstick, there's a lot to be enjoyed about Hogwarts Legacy. When it comes to my personal enjoyment, however, nothing quite captures the thrill and excitement of a good duel against some of Ranrock's minions. Today I want to share what I believe to be a successful formula that Hogwarts Legacy uses to create its engaging combat encounters, which you can apply to your combat in your newest video game. I'm Paulos, an ongoing game design student, and discuss various topics related to video game design here on a weekly basis. If this sounds interesting to you, feel free to subscribe and to ring the bell to get notified about all videos. I've observed a total of 3 different player dynamics, or player behaviors, that I feel Hogwarts Legacy's combat system evokes very well. The first one is a strong test of the player's coordination skills. Maybe it's just me, but hitting the right button corresponding to the spell I wanted to cast during my first games was a massive test of my cognitive and dexterity skills. Perhaps it's just the fact that I'm not used to playing with an Xbox controller, but let me tell you that keeping the button you had assigned to a spell memorized is vital whilst looking out for spells that are flung your way. Once I had played a few battles though, I had internalized my personally assigned spell layout, and felt as though I had mastered the navigation of my controller. A satisfying experience. Coordination doesn't just apply to making swift use of your game controller though, but also to the in-game combat itself. If you want to succeed in your wizarding duel, you need to adjust your view constantly, and find a good balance between focusing on your player avatar and those of your opponents, as they'll each provide you with crucial information. Your own avatar will display symbols that warn you of an incoming attack, and whether you need to roll to avoid a spell, or whether Protego is enough. Your opponent's avatars, on the other hand, will show the colors of their shields, correlating to the color of the spell that must be chosen to break through them. Also, being aware of your surroundings and the map's design at all times is crucial to ensure that you have sufficient room to dodge, have the advantage of hiding behind a potential pillar, or don't run into the danger of being cast off the battlefield entirely. With the dexterity challenge of spellcasting, choosing which dodge to use, adjusting their spells in response to the opponent's shields, as well as spatial positioning, the player has a lot of factors to coordinate between, making for very challenging gameplay. The second player behavior that the system relies on is the player's ability to combine different spells to create an attack pattern. I'm talking combo attacks. Using the separate spells in isolation is good, but real mastery arises from stringing your moves together in a way that makes sense. Using Levioso to lift an opponent into the air before reeling it closer to you with Accio and dealing a considerable amount of damage with Incendio is just one of many examples. By closely observing the rules of the different spells, the player can envision which spells would be useful to cast in combination. With a total of 34 spells to obtain, the player has a wide range of combinations to try out, which makes for a large field for exploration and learning. Having so many potential combos that the player can use plays into the final player behavior that the combat system targets, which is customization. The ability to equip 4 spells at once, which the player can take into battle, is not only a means for strategic planning, but can also be seen as a form of self-expression. Are you rather a calm and calculative player, or is your playstyle rather fast and aggressive? Which spells do you assign to which buttons, and which arrangement lets you pull off that favorite combo of yours most quickly? The factor for both customization and combination work together really strongly, and allow the player to feel in control when preparing for their next battle. Coordination, combination, and customization, the 3 central player behaviors that Hogwarts Legacy targets to ensure for good combat design. I hope that being on the lookout for these 3 things can help you when designing your next combat system. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button and comment below which Hogwarts house you've been sorted into. See you next week with a new game design related video. Take care.